do I feel good today? What is up, DTL Universe? It is your boy, the coach, and this is your daily sports and sports betting brand of record. We are here live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern time and on demand on the weekends. We are officially in the dog days of summer, but that doesn't matter to us. It only matters to everybody else. Now, last night I promised you I would have three big plays for round one. So far, we are 1-1. It started in the middle of the night. We have one play pending there if you tailed me on the Scottish Open. Now, how did the show do yesterday? Well, I was also on live plays. I was 1-1. Charles was 1-1. Raphael was 1-1. So that was kind of the nature of the beast yesterday. But today is a Thursday, kind of a light day in baseball. But there is soccer starting back up that we have a little bit. And also we'll be educating and entertaining all about the NBA today and some misnomers coming out of Team USA. But my main man, the man who grinds like nobody grinds, he is my partner, our five-tool player. We bring him in right now with a big old fat smile that I love so much on a Thursday. AB, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Good morning, everybody. Look, we want to give a huge shout out here to my man, Ryan Seymour, the Sea Goat himself. Good to see you, big dog. I miss you, buddy. Yeah, how we doing, Coach? This is a very, very, very good person right here.
Oh, very good. We like to put good people around us here in our universe. AB, big day for us. A lot of live betting. A lot of people have liked giving out live bets on the show that continue to hit. So we're kind of changing things as we get to the middle. And then we've got the All-Star break on Monday, which I'm pumped for. But it makes it a little bit challenging to do this show every day. So I appreciate the fact that we have yet to miss a day since we began. I'm very, very proud of that. Are you?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you know what? For live betting, look, I'll tell you this, man. Like, we had a tough break in the Nationals-Mets game last night, but what we're saying on the show is playing out absolutely perfectly, right? So I encourage anybody, look, again, I'm betting on this game. I'm not saying that you don't have to take my bet, but watch it, and it's playing out with the Nationals seemingly trying to play pitch count patty cake and the Mets doing the complete opposite. And that's why you see the Mets scoring literally in the same innings of every single game, and the Nationals trying to do the same. So if anybody wants to live bet, I'll be here with you. Mets Nationals tonight, and we'll go through it again. It's literally playing out the same game over and over and over.
All right, we'll keep our eye on that, and also giving out live bets on the show as well that aren't on the recap screen, because you guys are getting lazy on us out there. We're making it too easy on you. Now, you know who has never took it easy, never wanted to take a day off? Our man, Howie Schwab. And every single day we honor him with the Howie Schwab Crew Play of the Day. What are the choices today, AB?
Big Howie, look at him, man. Looking good in that St. John's. All right, Yankees Rays over 8, Braves Diamondbacks over 8, Marlins Astros over 8.5, and the A's Red Sox over 10. Those are your four options. All right, polls in the chat. Vote now. We'll update as we always do at the end of the show. And yeah, look, you just nailed it right there, Coach. Major League Baseball, we've got the All-Star break coming this weekend. And remember, here's the tough part, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. Everybody get prepared for this. Next week, all right? The All-Star game is on what? Tuesday, I believe?
Tuesday.
All right?
Yep.
You're going to enter a point next week where there are literally no sports to bet on. The WNBA will be off. MLB will be off. Like, we're going to have to dig deep to find these. So
we'll figure it out, though. We'll figure it out. Monday, it's going to be all about the home run derby. Tuesday will be about the All-Star game. And Wednesday, we'll figure it out. We'll be here. Maybe it'll be a 5-minute show. Who knows? Who knows? But guess what? We're here every single day because we believe that the grind continues. We believe if you want to be an industry leader, you have to show up and you got to put your best foot forward. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So, AB, if you don't mind, it is now time to bring in the best crew in the business. It's time for the picks. Shout out to my man Sawyer in the chat, taking care of us. He says, Coach, Europa qualifiers all week next week, which means I'm going to bring in my man from the dirty right from the jump. He's got a big old fat smile today because he knows he's going to be the star of next week. Charles, good morning.
Morning, coach, chat, crew. Yeah, I was fixing to say we have plenty of soccer next week. It never stops. That's why I love this sport. We always have a league or tournament going. And then what about, and then we also went 2-1, our keep you on your toes live play cashed as well, Ludogorets cash. So we actually went 2-1 if you were tuning in live as well. But how about England scoring in the 90th minute when we had 2 minutes of stoppage coming as well? So I think we had a 0.5% chance of losing that match, and they had one shot on target in the whole second half. So that one was excruciating. Then we had a brawl in Charlotte with Colombia and Uruguay. So that just capped off the soccer day.
Do you know what else is excruciating, Charles?
I
When
know.
I'm just looking for a hello, good morning, coach. That's
I had
what's
to get it out,
excruciating.
coach. I had to get it out,
I can see it was bubbling over. The emotion was bubbling over with you this morning. I can see that. All right. He's got the best beard in the game. Soupy. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, coach. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm definitely excited for the All-Star game coming up.
As am I. And thank you for following instructions there, Soupy. I appreciate that. Now, you guys know that I pride myself on being a leader people can follow, that we're going to head into the right hemisphere when it comes to our brand or our brands, if you're talking about behind the turnbuckle too. But AB, sometimes I run into a brick wall when I think that one of our crew members has my back, because our numbers guy, Raphael, he makes all of the odds for all the different things coming out in the world. And last night, as I was falling asleep, AB, somebody sends me a text of some odds that just came out, and there they are. So John Cena, and I'm going to address it right here, right now, is going to face somebody at WrestleMania 41, and my name showed up on the list. And Raphael, as I dug a little deeper, I realized you're the one making the odds. So I want to ask you right here, right now, how in the world am I behind Roman Reigns in the odds to face John Cena next year at WrestleMania 41? Your job is on the line.
Because no one grinds more than you, coach, and you're so busy. You're doing PGA, PFL, T, driving the line, behind the turnbuckle. Are you going to be able to wrestle at Wrestle 41 and Las Vegas in my backyard? 35-1. I thought it was legit. I mean, unless you squeeze out a twin and he can do it while you grind on other things, you're going to be a Netflix star pretty soon. I mean, you have to be 35-1 because you're too busy.
AB, do you buy that for a second?
The only thing that I buy is plus 3,500 on the coach. Look, I don't even want odds on who Cena is going to face. I want the odds on coach taking down John Cena. Those are the odds that I want. What is that? Minus 125?
Coach would be the favorite because Cena loses on WrestleMania. He'll get the big goodbye walking out of there. Cena loses it probably at WrestleMania. It's just my opinion. So I would make Coach the favorite if he was facing Cena.
Hey, I will do the same thing that Shawn Michaels do. I will look at John Cena and I will say, "I'm sorry, I love you," and then bring the hammer down. I'll do the same thing.
I think the coach and Cena in WrestleMania would be like Shawn Michaels in Razor Ramon ladder match, like all-time classic. You know what I mean? All-time classic.
Was that the one where I think one of them got their buttocks exposed? Wasn't there an incident in one of those matches where someone pulled the pants down? Would that happen in that one?
Can we please not bring up buttocks being exposed, because that hits a little home for me. If anybody knows,
family show.
Yeah. I had just signed my ESPN deal and literally walk in. They go, "Coach, we're going to throw you through a wall, pull your pants down, and spray you DX." Oh, okay, let's do that tonight. And I did it. So thank you, Soupy, for bringing.
I remember that. That was hilarious.
All right, I'm gonna deal with this on the side. So we got to get. By the way, speaking of crew members, DG is in the chat. You have any question for him? Put them in there. He'll answer for you in real time. Will Wild said, "I'd love to see the coach make a WWE return. We're working on it. We are working on it." All right, gentlemen, we got to get into it. Nobody gets 15 seconds today. We all went 1-1 yesterday. And Charles, I know it was all right, Charles, come over to you, because even though we go to the ends of the earth to get soccer plays, pay window, it all passes the same. Give me your first one. Start us out.
The Europa League qualifiers kick off this week as well, and with many of these teams still in preseason, I circled the Swedish side who are in the middle of their domestic league. Elfsborg, they entered this contest only losing one home match out of 7 this season, while averaging a staggering 2.7 team goals per outing, while Cyprus club Pafals has yet to play a regulation game since their season ended, compounded by the fact they have to travel to Sweden for this matchup. I'm not going to overcomplicate this one. I'm taking Elfsborg team total over 1.5 in this spot. This is a Europa League qualifier that goes off at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Uh-oh.
Coach, we can't hear you.
I was wondering if that was just me.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We good now? My apologies. All right. See, sometimes you have technical difficulties. By the way, my apologies also. My man Seabass, our 5-star chef, member of the crew, he's in the chat as well. You have any questions for Seabass, food or otherwise, put them in the chat. He'll answer for you in real time. AB, go.
Yeah, I just want to let John Cena know exactly what happened to that bike is happening to you July 27th, Atlantic City.
Hammer
Yeah,
down.
hey, no, you can't hear me. You can't hear me.
all of that. Yeah.
Oh.
Last time I was in the ring with John Cena, by the way, he put me through, it was a tables match, and he put me through a table, and then he gave me 8 Jack Daniels shots to celebrate afterwards. Oh, that next morning on the plane was rough.
How
with
does
a
that feel?
capital
Okay,
R.
apologies on pausing the show, but I mean, none of us will ever have the opportunity, like, going through a table. Like, I mean, it's got to hurt, right? Like, I mean, it does not look pleasant at all. Like, what?
It's not fun, but I'll tell you this: certain moves, I would rather go through a table taking it than straight down to the mat. To be honest, certain moves like the 3D, I would rather go through a table. So it all depends on what you're talking about. But I was very proud of myself the first time that I did it because it's something you dream about as a kid, like being in the actual ring and doing it. Because there's so many of people out there, AB, that think they know what it's like. You don't know. You don't know. Thank you, AB. All right. Now, Raphael, let me come over to you because anytime I see a word like Alouettes on my recap screen, I know we're digging deep, big boy, but I can always count on you. You're up, sir.
Well, it's not really digging deep. It's CFL Week 6 this weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday action in CFL, Canadian Football League. And Montreal is at home. They are a perfect 5-0 this year. 3 road wins. They're averaging almost 32 points a game. Their first 2 home games, they're averaging almost 33 points a game. That's why I like the team total of the Alouettes over 28.5. And I'll throw in my other one. The quarterback of Montreal, Cody Vallejo, probably just butchered his name, so he's probably not going to hit. It's over 299 passing yards. The running game of Montreal is probably their weak spot. But Toronto's weak spot is their secondary. So I think Cody's going to throw all over that secondary of Toronto. Give me the over 299 passing yards, laying the 3 nickels. Get that at FanDuel and DraftKings. And I just saw BetMGM put up 300.5. I would still take that. I would probably take it all the way up to 301, 302. And I still think he has a monster day. And Montreal still stays perfect. They'll go 6-0.
Can I thank you, Raphael, for being so professional? Because AB, as Raphael was giving us his 2 plays, frickin' frack over in the chat, we're talking about odds to wear sunscreen. DG, I caught a good sunburn yesterday. Ha ha. I mean, what are we doing right now, AB? What are we doing?
It's a hostile chat takeover. All right, this kind of feels like, you know, DX or the NWOs coming back in. They're starting their own faction. That's what I can feel.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way too. All right, Raphael, thank you. Charles, thank you. I'll get back to you. Now, we used to use this phrase in wrestling called gimmick infringement. And it's when somebody liked to do something, it was their thing, and then somebody else took it. AB, I need you just to sit there for a second and just digest what's getting ready to come at you, and then I want your reaction to it. Soupy, you are now up, sir.
Okay, I don't know what this means, but this will be interesting. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Blue Jays. I'm going with the Blue Jays and Giants to start the first 5. Jordan Hicks, they converted him to a starter, and it's not working. He has a 461 ERA in his last 12 games. He's going against now Kevin Gausman, who has been horrible this year. He was great last year for Toronto. I don't even know what happened. He's walking a lot of batters. So live bet 3+ walks at plus 135 for Kevin Gausman this year. But I think that's going to help the Giants get a lot of runners on. They're going to score a lot of runs. So I'm going to take the over 3.5 at the first 5. And now we're going to go to Paul Skenes because I think Paul Skenes needs to be the National League starter. I don't get this whole, he doesn't deserve it, this, that. He is the best pitcher in the National League right now, and it's entertainment. It's an exhibition game. Please, just let him be the starter. So, let's give him a call for tonight. He's going against Milwaukee. They're actually not bad this year. 16th in strikeout rate. That's not terrible. It's actually a lot better than they were last year. But Skenes on top of Sale, those are two guys. I don't care who they're facing. I'm taking their strikeout prop over 7.5. Lock it in.
AB, your reaction to that?
Gimmick infringement is real. However, we're going to allow it because I have a Paul Skenes present for everybody that I forgot that I had. So there you go.
Wow. How about that? So, Soupy, you just exposed yourself that you keep telling me, Coach, I want to be a part of BTT. I know you don't even know the language. You don't even know the language, Soupy.
I knew the language. I had no idea what you meant by gimmick. Like, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's AB's thing.
Well, guess what I just did? I also took GG's thing, and I took a walk prop. So I guess I'm just taking everybody's thing today.
That's how you do it. I respect it. That's how you do it.
We had high school, but he did. But, Mom, he did. All right. By the way, DG, as he always does.
And me and Charles just sit here quietly.
That's why I love you guys so very much. All right. So Soupy has gone. Raphael has gone. Charles has one left. But I have 2 live plays. Yesterday went 1-on-1 because the Rangers last night, 3 different times, they had less than 2 outs and the bases loaded and couldn't score a run against the Angels. But I got the Angels in my place today. 2 plays right here. These will not show up on the recap screen. Angels plus 1.5 on the run line, minus 115. They're facing the Mariners. Castillo, this is a mismatch as far as pitching is concerned, but the Mariners on the road are not that good. So it's a gut feeling. I think the Angels on the run line get it done tonight, and they're going right back to the well again. The juice continues to go up every single day because the Phillies are dominating the LA Dodgers. So we're going to lay the minus 155. I'm okay with it, and take the Phillies to go 3 straight against the Dodgers tonight. Those are 2 live plays right here on DTL. All right, before we get to AB, Charles, you always want to split yours up. You're the producer of the show. Don't talk to producer man about this at all. So you've got a little parlay to kind of feed our frenzy. You're up again, sir.
I also put together a Europa Conference League parlay today with the first match being your official country Slovenian side Bravo versus Konya over 2.5 total goals. This goes off at 12 p.m. Eastern, and the second match is Floriana and Trey Panay, also over 2.5 full-time goals, and this one goes off at 1 p.m. Eastern. I just try to group those together because I looked at the team totals. The juice was just too high, but I definitely expect at least 3 goals in each match. So we're going with a little Europa Conference League parlay.
I like those little things because they cash the same. Thank you, Charles, very much. All right, the Mets have been in our crosshairs. The Mets are our new Orioles. We're pivoting. We're moving. AB, you're up.
The Mets are playing well because what they're doing is they're hitting early in counts. All right, first strike cutting. It affects the pitcher. You do not give a single inch to the pitcher of the plate. You can walk me. You can throw it wherever you want, but if you throw it over this plate, I'm hitting. I'm not going to allow you to have any type of sequencing against me, and that's why the Mets are winning, and that's why the Nationals are losing. Go back and look at the stats the last 2 days. Look how many counts featured 2 strikes for the Nationals. You can't hit with 2 strikes. You can't hit with 2 outs. It's too hard to do consistently. Baseball, you have to do these things consistently. So that's why we're going to ride with the Mets again. First 7 innings, team total over 3.5 at plus 100. Now, there are 2 surprises that are going to be fantastically good karma for us today. Number 1, the person that I put on the screen at the beginning of the show, his name is Ryan Seymour, okay? Google him. I was there with him when he was drafted by the Seattle Seahawks. All right. Guard, center, dude can do it all. The Sea Monster is one of my best friends in the world. I absolutely love him. So we have the Seymour Karma today coming straight from the league to let us know. And number 2, Soupy, you're talking about Paul Skenes. And I forgot that we had this, but last year he gave us some info. So if anybody today wants to watch Paul Skenes and understand how he pitches, okay, a present from Paul Skenes just to you.
So this is my 4-seam. This is my 2-seam. This is my changeup. Started throwing it probably my sophomore or junior year of high school, and it was good then, and I just kept throwing it. This is my curveball, and this is my slider.
So as you watch Paul Skenes today, you now have the inside on exactly how his pitches go, how he grips them, how he throws them, and have some fun. Not only in their game today, but in the All-Star game as well. My man can go 5 pitches deep, including 2 fastballs.
Raphael, go.
It was announced yesterday that Skenes, if everything goes well today, if he doesn't get hurt or anything, he will be the starter because Chris Sale pitched yesterday. He won't be able to go. And Cubs starter Umaga said yesterday in his press conference he does not want to start in the All-Star game, thinking he probably wants Paul Skenes. They're probably best for baseball. So I can see Skenes probably be the starter for the Pirates.
And that's why you're our guy. That's why you're our numbers guy. You're always paying attention to the show. Because, AB, while you were giving us all that information and you're giving Soupy all this credit, Soupy, in real time, wrote this in the chat. Eggs and cereal.
That's a tough breakfast right there, and I'm a man who likes to eat.
My daughter loves my eggs. My daughter loves my eggs. Big, fantastic eggs.
What kind of cereal goes with eggs?
She does after you're done doing the show or before you're doing the show, not on the freaking show. Seabass. Oh, my God. Literally off the rails again. All of you guys.
Seabass is trying to go at me, so you know what? Iron Chef challenge to Seabass at some point this year.
Oh, my God. That better be a 2-camera shoot is all I know.
Oh,
that better be
eggs and cereal sounds like Iron Stomach challenge right there.
Oh, and Mark says, and that is how you get derailed. You're exactly right, Mark. It is. All right, I think everybody has gone. All the picks are on the show, including the 2 live from me. But there's a lot of things going on right now in the world of sports because we're way bigger than just picks. You got to be educated. You got to know what's coming. You got to know who's playing. And it's time, if I can talk, to educate, entertain. Oh, Big Brett says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Love that. Iron Chef coming Wednesday. Tony? Maybe so. By the way, Tony right now is one of my favorite crew follows on the X. He's always putting the show over, always talking about the show. Tony, thank you very much for doing that. So, gentlemen, our job may have gotten a little bit easier with the big announcement yesterday. And I try not to look at everything from a negative point of view, but a positive point of view. So, AB, I'm going to start with you. The NBA revealed a $76 billion 11-year broadcasting plan that includes ESPN, includes Amazon Prime. It includes a couple of other networks as well. The players will get over $3 billion a year to put into their, payment. A max salary will be over $70 million a year, and Luka will be the first one that's eligible for that. But AB, national televised games 7 days a week. Is that too much, or in the world of sports betting, is it just right?
It's just right. You literally can't have enough. And that's why it makes so much sense in sports betting and Raphael can hit on this so much better than I can, but that's why sports betting is such a lucrative and massively important role in professional sports, college sports, you name it, right? Because that's exactly why you're getting a ton more viewership because of sports betting. You're getting a lot more interest because of sports betting. I think it's great. So my question is this, and this might seem like a dumb one, but why 11 years? And the reason that I asked that is this, is that when they were doing these negotiations, and Coach, you know how long that these things take, especially when you're talking $70 billion, right? 11 is not really a number that people ever fall on. when you're doing negotiations. You start with a 5, you start with a 10. So I want to know why the lawyers, like there was a lawyer that was like, no, 11, make sure we'll take less, make it 11. And I don't know the answer, but I love that it's there because I saw that and I was like, somebody pushed for 11 and they know something that we don't. So yeah, I would love to find that out.
Yeah, I'm not so sure why. That's a very, very good question, but it's also an extra year. Normally it's because all the TNT guys I know for a fact, they were on 10-year contracts because all of their contracts were the same distance as the league contract with TNT, which is one more season. All of this starts not next season, but the season after. So I think there's something there, AB. Raphael, let me come over to you because we all know that when you have a national televised game, that it's usually more heavily bet than one that is not. Is this a good situation moving forward for the NBA?
Yeah, because you figure the NBA is the number 2 sport here in the United States. It's not going to surpass the NFL, but it surpassed Major League Baseball many, many moons ago. So if you're the number 2 sport in the United States, you give them this deal. And yes, for sports gambling, this is a great purpose because I think one of these days the NBA is going to be itching really, really close for daily tickets written against the NFL, not overall. Because again, overall NFL and college football are creme of the creme. But if you look at tickets written in a day, it could be NBA inching closer to that because there'd be more games. They play a lot more days than the NFL does once a week, and so is college football. So tickets written, it could be very interesting on the factor of this big deal. And you're right. Luka is going to be the big creme of the creme winner of this one. And wow, what the first person's going to get a big contract is not a U.S. born athlete here in the NBA. So it's going to be very interesting. I think that's why we're going to see more foreign players getting bigger contracts than we hear here in the States with LeBron retiring, KD, Curry, and all that. It's going to be very interesting. Now the big guys coming into this league are going to be foreign players, not U.S. born players.
Yeah, Big Cheesy says, my family gets mad when I talk about how more games are on TV due to gambling, but it's true. It absolutely is true, and it affects how much is being – because we all like to bet on games that we watch. Also, Amazon Prime, look for them. They're going to be a big-time player. They're already in the NFL Thursday nights, and now they just bought out all the regionals out of bankruptcy. So they'll be having all the regionals somehow as they buy Bally's as well. So, Soupy, let me come over to you. I would love your take because there's a lot of things to unpack here, and we have a full year to do it.
Yeah, so what is something that the NBA has? They have contracts with these sports books. So, of course, getting more games on national TV is going to help them and the sports books. And fans want this. Fans want to see the NFL every day if they could. What lucky with college football is we get later to the seasons, we do get Saturdays, we do get Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. Fans, if fans didn't want this, the NBA wouldn't do it. There is not going to be any exhaustion when it comes to wanting to watch these games every day. This is a smart move by the NBA. Leagues like the MLB should be doing this. I can't ever watch an MLB national game on TV. Once in a while, they're on TBS. Once in a while, they're on Apple. MLB needs to get their smarts up. They need to think about this.
You just said MLB need to get their smarts up? Is that what you just said?
Yes, because they're stupid and they don't know how to say it right.
They got to get those smarts up, apparently.
Yeah.
We're the most intelligent guys in the room. The smarts need to go up.
Yep.
Well, you're speaking of that. Look, the NFL and Direct TV, the Sunday Ticket. If you ever wanted to get it, go ahead and hit it now because that lawsuit is hurting the NFL.
I think I'm going to get a check for that. I was one of those Direct TV people back in the day. I once screamed because they have a auto renew thing. I was paying for stuff for 3 or 4 years before I even realized I was still paying for it because I never looked at my bill like an idiot. Yep. So send me that check, Direct TV or NFL. Give me
blast action.
Yeah, there you go. It's done. I mean, it's like whatever it was, $10 billion. So
another Outback evening for when Coach gets that check.
Yeah, get that blooming onion.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, get that. Get some of that Camp Lejeune money. Yeah.
By the way, AB, somebody in the chat said, I'm eating leftover Little Caesars just like AB would for breakfast. Would you eat leftovers Little Caesars?
It's funny that you say that.
If you whip out a Little Caesars box right now, I'm going to lose my mind.
Give me 2 minutes.
Well, guess who else is going to be eating a lot of pizza because he has time now on his hands? And I'm talking about the $50 million man who never plays, and that's Kawhi Leonard. And AB, we got some news yesterday that doesn't match up with the stories that are coming out. So the story came out that Kawhi, who went through media day, he did everything. He showed up. He's part of the team. That the Clippers said, hold the phone. You couldn't play for us. You were hurt. We need you to rest to be ready to move into our new building because we have no Paul George. But then Grant Hill comes out, who's part of USA Basketball, and said that it was a team decision not to have Kawhi play. Now, it may not affect anything in the gambling world long term, but to me, if I'm a Clippers fan and I'm thinking about how many games I'm going to win this year, this is alarming to me that I'm paying a guy $50 million and Team USA couldn't find a place for him.
So, okay, this is not going to be a fun answer, but I'm going to give you an honest answer.
Okay.
I need to wait and see more on this because Kawhi's a good dude. First off, he's quiet. Like, you don't ever hear him speak, right? But I feel like we're missing something here, right? Because this is just out of character for Kawhi. I don't know. Like, again, I'm going to say this is not going to be a popular answer, and it's not going to educate or entertain anybody. I think I need more. Like, I don't know what all is going on here because something is. You're right. This is a great topic. I just don't know, right, what is happening. Like, it's strange to me. Like, with Kawhi involved, he's usually, not involved in things like this.
And it seems like that could be an answer for a lot of stuff that Kawhi Leonard does. And he's had one of the most unique careers, but the reason he gets all this money, Raphael, is because people, he won a title in San Antonio. He did the first title and only title in Toronto, so he gets a pass. The bottom line is this. The man does not play, and you can look at that $76 billion deal, national TV every single week. These stars have to start playing and not just earning. What do you make of this?
But what I understood coming out of Vegas, he was participating in half-court scrimmages, but was not participating in full-court scrimmages, maybe to save his legs and stuff like that. And I just think some of the players maybe realized that. And then the report came out that the Clippers didn't want him there just because they need him to open up a new stadium. So I just think if you put everything together, it was the right thing to do, send him home. They don't need him. They played last night without Kevin Durant and easily took care of Canada, which Canada has a really good team. Points for it was 12, really inching closer if there was a backdoor cover was open. But they don't need Kawhi in this team. So yeah, he's still in the picture. That's going to be out there because they took the team picture already. Sorry, Derek White, you're not in the picture. But I just think it was the best thing for both sides, for Kawhi to go home and rest and bring someone else in that could probably contribute better.
A guy who's making $29 million a year instead of $52 million a year, Soupy. But you're also talking about a guy that just won an NBA championship over a guy that can't even play half the games. Is there something bigger going on here with one of the NBA's biggest stars?
Yeah. Kawhi's done. His knee is cooked. There was rumors that the knee was still sore going into the Olympics. And I said it earlier in the week that signing Kawhi Leonard, it was a mistake. It was not the right move for the Clippers. But the ownership realized that they needed a star as they opened that new stadium, and Kawhi is their biggest star. But he's not playing. He doesn't play during the regular season. He does load management. You can't do load management in the Olympics. And now they owe him 49. He's 49 million cap hit this year, 50 million the next year, 50 million the year after that. I solely believe that if Kawhi's contract wasn't up before Paul George, you would have flipped that. Paul George would be the one still in Los Angeles, and Kawhi would be the one that was gone.
I don't think there's any question about that. This is going to go down as one of the worst. You've got to be kidding me. You can't make it up. You did not have a Little Caesars box in your refrigerator.
We got a full one.
Oh, AB equals randomness never lived bigger than it does today.
If he has a full one, I want to know how many he bought that he ate probably last night that he has a full one.
You bought 4 pizzas last night?
4 pizzas?
And crazy
Oh my
bread.
God. What'd you say? And Crazy Bread? You're a legend.
nice.
You're an absolute food legend. Unbelievable. Holy cow. All right.
Body by Little Caesars.
By the way, Tony in the chat, I can't find it now, but he's teasing you a little bit, Soupy. He says DTL equals more smarter. Hey, they are relentless. They are. Yeah, he goes like this. Yeah, betting pros right now is going, no, don't do that next to our hat. Not after that, Soupy. All right, if you weren't here at the top of the hour, it's about 10:35 in the East, 7:35 where I'm sitting in the West. But never fear, we got you covered in a little something we like to call the whip around. All right, now this is the fun of the program as we bring Charles back in. Who's going to go the yard today? This has become kind of a staple for us in the DTL universe. Shohei, who had one of the more interesting celebrations last night. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. Bryce Harper plus 175. Phillies are now suddenly playing good again. Aaron Judge, always a threat. Marcell Ozuna of the Braves, and then one of our favorite players to watch, Elly De La Cruz with the Reds. Raise your hand if you saw the Shohei Ohtani celebration last night at second base. Nobody?
Yeah. When he
Did
does
AB?
that?
Oh, no, it wasn't this. It
Which
was
one did he do?
very different from this.
Oh, Lord. Shohei, bad boy.
Just Google it. Anybody in the chat, let me know. Did you guys see his celebration last night?
I do have to say this real quick. It was funny because leading into the game last night, they were talking about the Nets were talking about the Phillies pitcher Sanchez, and he's fantastic, right? And the year that he's having and all that. They're like, oh, he's got 4 pitches, they're unhittable. Ohtani gets to the plate, the first pitch, he just cranks it over into right field for a single. I was like, yeah, how's that Sanchez talk go?
Real quick, done. Seabass said he saw it, a little LOL. Yeah, it was very interesting to say the least. All right, Charles, I can't even imagine you doing a celebration like that, but I can imagine us celebrating one of your picks. What do you got today? Who's going to go the yard?
I'm looking this over. I'm going to go with the highest one on the board, Elly De La Cruz, to plus 475 in the Great American Small Park. So I can definitely see him getting one on the board today. So, and then a couple honorable mentions in that same Dodgers-Phillies games. We look at Freddie Freeman or Jose Ramirez as well. But for show purposes, Elly De La Cruz plus 475.
Do not sleep on those honorable mentions. They have been coming through more than they have not. It's almost eerie just a little bit. Stoopy, who's going to go the yard today?
Yeah, I'm actually going to tail Charles on this one because he's going against Austin Goober, and he's allowed 16 home runs this year in a hitter-friendly ballpark. Yeah, of course. Let's go Elly De La Cruz.
Boom. All right. Now, Raphael, coming to you, big boy. Who do you like?
Those two took my thunder. De La Cruz hits an inside the park homer. I was going to say that, but I'm going to go Bryce Harper because you know who picked a home run winner yesterday? Schwarber hit a home run. No one says anything about that, not even myself. But Bryce Harper goes yard today. I'll take the plus 175 with Harper.
We'll go with 2 lefties so far, AB. What do you say?
Shohei Ohtani. I'm going to eat the chalk here. Although Bryce Harper, that's a great choice too. Schwarber went yard yesterday. That one was certainly nice. And no gimmick infringement here. I'm not doing honor.
I think we just lost a. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, nuts on me. All I'm saying is Pete Alonso is unbelievably overdue for a home run, but that's not gimmick infringement. We're not stepping on Charles' toes. So yeah, I'm gonna go Shohei Ohtani.
He really is overdue, though. Big time overdue. And normally when that happens, and it's been hot all over the country, we need to point that out as well. It's as hot as hell out here on the West Coast. Is it hot like crazy in the Northeast too, Sufi?
Yeah.
Yes?
Oh, sorry.
It actually, the last 2 weeks, it's been incredibly hot. I think we're starting to finally break that heat wave.
All right. Down in the South, AB, Charles, hot?
It's actually not too bad here. It's more humid in the Northeast than it is, at least in Tennessee. We've actually had it kind of cool. I can't speak for Charles here, but it's been somewhat nice here in Nashville.
Okay, very, very good. Charles, real quick question from the chat, B. Mills. Hey, Charles, how do you like Maribor, Botev, both teams to score today? I was almost going to play that game myself, to be honest.
Another one of your Slovenian sides, Coach. Yeah, I can definitely see the. I have that one marked down, but BTTS. Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
Absolutely.
He likes that one. Live play right here, but hashtag it pays to watch live. By the way, I almost made this a topic, guys. Dwayne says, imagine being Jaylen Brown, $200 million player, finals MVP. What the F? And he believes, I don't know if you guys saw this, he believes that Nike kept him off the team because he's not a Nike guy. That's what he believes. And then Grant Hill said, no, we're trying to put together a great team. Wow, that's another shot at Mr. Brown. He's like the ultimate team player for the Celtics. But apparently, all those OGs, LeBron.
They picked Drew Holiday over him.
That's bananas to me. But we need a point guard, right? That's what they're going to say. That's what they are going to say. Real quick, Soupy, where can we find your stuff, sir?
Bettingpros.com and fantasypros.com.
See how I reversed it right there? Oh, you said, Coach, we haven't done the picks yet. You're damn right we haven't done the picks yet. Right now, Charles, come over to you. We do every single pick, 10 seconds or less. One little nugget. You're up, sir.
First up, Europa League qualifiers. We're going with Elfsborg. Team total over 1.5. I just see them getting 2 minimum in this one. Then we went with a Europa Conference League parlay. Bravo and Konya over 2.5 goals. And Floriana and Trepene over 2.5 full-time goals.
Raphael, we're going north of the border. Let's go.
Yeah, Canadian football week 6 kicks off today. We're going to take the Alouettes team total over 28.5, laying a -120. They should have no problem scoring 30 points again. And you give me the quarterback of Montreal, Cody Viejo, over 299.5 passing yards, -3 nickels, because Toronto's secondary is awful.
Love those nuggets. CID, shout out to you. Love your show, guys. Thank you. We try every single day to make it entertaining. Soupy, coming over to you.
Yeah, Paul Skenes, no matter what. I don't care who he's facing. I'm taking his strikeout prop over 7.5 against the average Milwaukee Brewers. And then Jordan Hicks, Kevin Gausman, very inconsistent, very shaky pitchers. I think they're going to get rocked early in this game. Blue Jays, Giants, over 3.5 in the first 5.
And I've got 2 plays that will not show up on the recap screen. Phillies -155. Yes, it's juicy. But the juice today is worth the squeeze. They go 3 in a row over the Dodgers. Then I like the Angels on the run line, +1.5, -115 at home against the Mariners. Hashtag it pays to watch live. I am 4-1 in my last 5 live shows or live picks here on the show. Tony says AB, great off the rails show today. Hey, it's what we're going for. And when AB eats leftover Little Caesars, damn it, that's a full day until he cashes his 1 ticket. You're up, big boy.
So you've been on a heater. I've been on the opposite. I'm the anti-heater. Taylor Swift is going anti-hero. I'm the anti-heater. Mets first 7, team total over 3.5 at +100. But here is the larger question and the karma for today's game. Okay, we talked about pizza. All right, everybody in the crew, all you guys, Seabass especially. All right, so everybody knows Randall Mims in the chat yesterday. His son. And their little gang they call the Peanut Butter Boys. I love them. All right. They set up a lemonade stand. Okay. So let me give you a picture of this real quick. All right. So they put up, I don't know. Yeah. All right. So they put up a lemonade stand. And I was like, boys, first off, I'm buying all the lemonade because I'm thirsty. But number 2, all right, you see on the plate there, they had pizza rolls. So what would you put if you're selling lemonade outside and you had like hey, come in and get a pizza roll and then you're going to buy a drink? Right? Like it was a brilliant move. But what food would you put down there to kind of entice people to come in? Pizza rolls are good.
That's a great question. Great question. Real quick, let's go around. Charles, what would be your food of choice to entice to drink the lemonade?
Maybe maybe a pretzel.
No. We got to keep this moving. Sorry, Charles. This is live, baby. Soupy, what do you got?
Mozzarella sticks.
Oh, God, in the sun. Stop it, Soupy. Raphael, where are you going?
Hot pretzel, so they'll drink more lemonade. Keep on buying when they're eating.
Salt or no salt?
Has to be salt. If you want them to buy more lemonade, you need salt so they're thirsty.
You got to have that little crock pot with the cheese in it to give them that option as well. So that's how fast we're moving here on DTL. If you don't have an answer, we're moving on. I love you guys so much. Great show today, as always. Seabass DG in the chat. Thank you so very much. Guys, it's time to wrap things up with the closing bell. AB, what is the Howie Schraub crew play of the day choice today?
Coach, we're going Southwest here with the crew. They're filling the Braves and the Diamondbacks over 8. It's been a fun, interesting series there. So they're going with that one. Marcelo Zuna to hit a bomb would help things out. Christian Walker as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun game.
One very important question from the chat as well before we get the hell out of here. From Japan, he says, do they have any ranch to dip the pizza rolls in yesterday?
Not only did they have ranch, they had 2 different kinds of ranch. Regular ranch and then like a spicy chipotle type of ranch. These kids thought of everything. I was looking at 9-year-olds that were smarter than me. I was like, look, I'm just going to work for you one day. So there we go.
Are they trying to raise money for something particular, specific?
No, probably just to get more scooters or another bike or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, they're just having fun with it. I was like, I love these kids. The peanut butter boys, they're the best.
Shout out to the peanut butter boys. Very, very well done. AB, sometimes on days where you don't have a whole lot, it can be the most fun. And I had a blast today. And hopefully you did too. Hopefully everybody at home did too. All right. Thank you, AB. It's time to wrap things up. Thank you, producer man, for my one shot. You got to know, follow all of my crew members on social media. You never know when they're going to drop a live play like I did last night, or Charles, or Raphael, or Soupy, or Seabass, or DG, or AB, or see, we've got the best crew in the business, and we're getting ready to really get fired up in the next kind of 4 to 6 weeks. So stay tuned for some incredible content. But that's all the damage that we can do. It is now time for you to go out into the world. Pay it forward. Be kind to one another. Be honest with each other. It's the only way that this can work. And understand this. There is only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My Derek Lobo, my man from the Dirty Charles, my numbers guy Raphael, best beer in the game Soupy, all my guys in the chat, my partner AB, and producer man, always keeping things calm behind the scenes, making the show look like $1 million. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about right here at Driving the Line. Good luck today.